I'd follow him into Mordor, mate. Wherever he wants to go, I'll follow him.
dark places.
I'll go anywhere.
And we'll blame it all on him at the end as well.
Yeah. It's his fault.
More or nothing.
It's been a heavy week. Max, you should know that these are different types of human beings you're looking at, particularly Ryan Wilson. But we do want to show all of our fabulous listeners and viewers that you weren't just with us in spirit in Melbourne, but actually in body to get some of your thoughts as well, which we will do in just a second. Quick shout out to our sponsors, NordVPN. Jump on nordvpn.com/Maul. Try it risk-free. Get an extra 4 months on a 2-year plan. Use the code Maul. I'll be using it, Ryan, on Thursday to watch you. You're live on Stan Sport. So for the big game, 16,000 for. So if any of you don't think you can find it, whichever country you're in, head over, get your NordVPN deal, and then you can watch it from there. I'm in Bali, and we can see that then. But yeah, Max, are you going to be able to tune into Ryan? Use yourself a VPN. Get your Nord.
I'll use the Nord, get on Stan Sport from Great Blighty. I missed it. I saw the player ratings and everything. I wish I had watched it. 7.5.
I think you can rewatch it, Max. I think you can rewatch it on YouTube. It was on Sky Sports YouTube. So
was it?
Yeah. It was. Apparently there was some hilarious commentary. We'll get into it. We're talking about NordVPN at the moment, but I actually genuinely, boys, didn't realise how much I'd use it. Today, was trying to do something. I'm in Australia. It just kept coming up with the bloody You're in Australia, the Australian websites. So just tapped in, said I was back in the UK, and everything was a lot more simple. So genuinely using it, bloody well worth it. Go and get yourself a NordVPN. They've just got to use a code or something, don't they, Marc?
Yeah, code Maul, MAUL, or just go nordvpn.com/Maul, and you get an extra 4 months on the 2-year plan. Cost of a cup of coffee per month.
Or the cost of a Great Northern, boys. You been drinking much of the Great Northern, mate? What about that? Super crisp. Bloody good stuff, that.
So I tell you what, let's take a quick pause and head across to the stadium where we spent our time. And let's just enjoy what I'm sure Ryan can't even remember now, because it feels a lifetime ago.
I can't remember. You were spitting all over me, back to the camera. It was an absolute shambles. That's why people should stay tuned and watch this now, because it was hilarious.
Ryan Wilson!
Is he okay?
We've got gate 1 tickets for Marc said. No, we're going gate 2. This is gate 2. And as you can clearly see, there is no chance of getting in before the game starts.
I just feel like it's kind of harsh. A lot of it's a bit harsh.
Let's go. Follow me. Stick with me.
You're going to have to go to the ticket booth next week.
Not yet. We're having to leave. Marc hasn't got his membership.
It says MCG membership.
7 minutes. 7 minutes.
It's one of these things where the system broke down. Right? I didn't break down. I got it all right. So it's just that. Anyway, Ryan's gone away.
Big Willie and Maritoze going at it. Obviously, dislike each other from Sarries. I've heard they had a bit of beef. Did you? No.
Making that stuff up!
That is exactly what we want. That's what I didn't have last week. There was no fight, there was no venom, there was no hate. That's what you want. This is what Lions is about.
Shockage we ball, mate. culturally insolvent. What are you talking about?
Charcuterie board. All he wanted was to a little piquelo.
Welcome back. It has happened. The Lions have won. I know I'm laughing so I know why you laugh so much because we're realising what a shambles this fucking podcast is. Well, now I know what happens when I disappear for 2 minutes and you're left to your own devices. A cameraman behind there, Max, is very drunk and we've just seen him pick up someone else's chicken and chips off the floor. He's been no, don't even touch it. Just keep fucking recording. And he's been in. They can't see you.
Oh dear.
He's been in Sri Lanka and India for too long that he's just like desperate for food. We've not fed him. We've not watered him. You've put him in a hostel. We get such a.
He's living in a cupboard at the moment. Like literally.
Who have we got with us, Marky boy?
We've none other than Jackson Wray. Saracens a general legend, and actually
current British and Irish legend.
Is that
what are we British and Irish?
I mean, it's the loosest sense of the word. The Legend Series, they call it.
The Legend Series. There we go.
Yeah.
To be fair, Jackson, you're one of the few that slightly qualifies for it. But anyway, that's such a harsh way to put it. So, boys, what a result. And what a game! I don't think we should. No, Ryan had some negativity. Ryan had some negativity around the whole thing, but what happened? What that ending? The last few minutes.
All I'll say is at the start of the second half, I was like, within 6 points, it isn't enough. Australia didn't have a big enough lead, in my opinion. It looked much tighter than I thought, but I actually thought that they needed at least 10, and they had 6. So I just felt that the bench was too strong. It was only going to go one way. They were always going to run out of puff. They put everyone out there, big guns at the start, Australia, and they had to be more than that ahead, and they weren't.
That is exactly what we were saying. We were saying, you've been sat over there with the likes of Mike McCarthy and Paul Doran-Jones and all those nutters. We were sat over here and I was going, you could see the Lions starting to come back into it at the end of that first half. And I said, it's a shame because you feel like it's just going to get away from them.
Yeah, but didn't you feel that
there were moments,
the minutes were ticking by? Sorry, it's very easy to say, but whatever games that you've been in, you've been involved with so many, Jackson, where you know that it'll happen and you're on top.
I don't worry about just filming the podcast. That's right.
There's only a couple of minutes left, and you're thinking, well, maybe it just won't. It's just not today.
Now, to be fair, in the games, I mean, look, I haven't played Test, but in finals and things, time goes quick, right? So you look up at the clock and you go, crap, 70 minutes gone. And they're still down. But actually, things can change quickly. And I think you saw big moments went the Lions' way. And Jack Morgan with the best clear out I've seen in a honestly, I've not seen a clear out like that in a long time.
There's no controversy in that clear out.
I've just looked at Aussie TV in there are saying it was controversial. It is not controversial whatsoever.
No.
It was fantastic. If that was a penalty, the game is dead. It's finished. It's over. We might as well go home.
Like, I don't even understand why they were looking at it. It was like they were trying to find something which, I'm not going to lie, I was like, I was shouting yellow card because I wanted the Aussies to win.
Is there a yellow shirt under here somewhere?
There should be. I wanted the Aussies to win.
We wanted that 1-1.
But he's a selfish prick. He's not coming to Sydney next week, right? So what he said to me is, I want the Lions to win because then they'll go out on the piss tonight. There's a chance he might see a couple of the boys, Finn Russell. He actually fancied Marcus Smith. He's
actually got his autograph cards ready, isn't he? In his back pocket here, he's got a set of cards.
And then he's not coming to Sydney, whereas we're going next week to Sydney. We're obviously playing the bigger game. You and I.
That was the only game, really.
That is a fucking great way to look at it.
Look, there's still there to play for.
It now means that the British and Irish Legends game is the only interest of this tour.
Look, why would everyone not be there? I mean, basically, get us in 100,000 in a stadium like this. Instead
They reckon 16 to 20,000, by the way. So
yeah.
20,000 is not going to be
So,
impossible.
do you want a sales pitch? Yeah, you can go there.
But genuinely, but going back to it, I want to do this to keep it interesting next week. I think a lot of the crowd heard everyone coming in here saying, "Oh yeah, wouldn't be upset if they lost because goes into next week going to be a better test." Now it's the dead rubber. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything to play
Do you
for?
remember the Australian guys when we walked in and they're like, the future of Australian rugby? I thought it was very good. The future of Australian rugby is tonight, because if we do something tonight, people will support.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong.
They
Like,
look good.
they came out tonight. It was a proper game. You know, that was a proper test match. You know, big scouts. You know, just smashing people.
What was he like at training? Like, genuinely, is he?
Oh, he was horrible. A horrible spag. I mean, even that in like semi-contact.
Accidentally horrible as
He's
well.
just a heavy man. You know, he falls on top of you, and you're like, it's horrific.
What about him and Atoje? What's the crack there?
Oh mate, that's just a bit of good spice. You like to see that. When I saw that, I said, right, okay, well now we're on it. This just came
Oh,
in.
so it was just in the heat, right?
Oh
Nothing.
yeah. No, they'll be in there having a beer together now. There's no doubt. But look, you want to win, right? Both sides wanted to win.
Jack,
The way it goes.
Jack, so let's go back to, like, generally, I mean, you've been obviously in European Cup finals, Premiership finals. I'm just want to go back to the moments where I think most of the Lions were thinking, well, we're still going to win. But we got down to 78, 79 minutes. At what point do you boys go, fuck, someone needs to do something?
To be honest, any ball in there, when we had that, I think it was a scrum on in the 78th minute in their half, it's more than enough, to be honest. Like, it really is. With the people that got on that pitch, the quality they've got, like, a couple of dents, you're likely going to get a penalty, or they're going to get nervous and give you more space, to give you more free ball. So I just think it was kind of, inevitable to be a bit strong, but I just genuinely thought that they were too good, too big, too experienced, been here before. Look,
Did you do that on Saturdays where it's 78 and you're down on the scoreboard, but you're like, oh, we're going to win this?
for a period, yeah, for a period between probably 2015, 16 and 19, I felt like we would win most games.
What is that? I mean, it's like Fergie time in Man United. Like,
Yeah, but that doesn't happen at him because they've not been long enough together. Like that happens at teams like
So
that.
therefore, what do we
But
think the
that's-
boys were
that-
thinking?
but
They were
that is
shitting
why-
themselves, surely.
Stop dribbling. You've got too much to dribble.
Sorry, let's just.
And listen, I'm the only one keeping it together. And the more and more you turn your back to the camera, we can't see what you're saying either.
Oh dear, it's been a long week, Mark.
It's been a long week. Mark's been involved in a long week. Max is still eating the fucking chicken nuggets. But hey, that's why Faz puts Faz Sun on, because he knows, right, this is the guy that's been there, done it, he knows the script, put him on, he knows he's going to cope with the pressure. He came on at 12. Did he come on at 12?
Yeah.
The outside Finn Russell. You've got two blokes there. They know the game.
Does Faz come on there and he's just calm, you know, and he's like, we're going to win.
Look, I mean, I don't know who it was. It was TalkSport, a far more professional outfit than I'm only bad.
It's a weird pick. All right.
And they were asking me, Owen, being in the team, what I think. And I said, like, you joking? Like, this guy doesn't know anything but test match. I've trained against him for 15 years. He's test matches every day. Like, and to say that he's not ready for test rugby is incredible to me, to be honest. It's his fourth Lions tour. He was here, probably in this stadium, and there's questioning his ability to come out and do it. And I just think when he came on the pitch, he offers a calm, you know what he's going to do. He's going to fly into everything. And it's just that presence, like people look up to him and go, right, okay, I know what he's going to do. And they follow him. And he says something to you and you do it because you know he's going to do it himself. And that's kind of why he's been one of the best players for England probably ever, in my opinion. Like, he's been there.
But boys, when you're on the pitch and then is that genuinely when somebody comes on and you get that kind of feeling like we're good because we're bringing something?
We asked in the week.
Yeah.
Last week we said, Will Skelton back in the team. Did the Aussies go, oh, we've got Big Willie now? I reckon that happened to them a little bit. Valentini, Will Skelton, you bring them in here, something like, oh, we've got a bit of ballast. And you saw it in the first 20 minutes, like throwing himself about.
But that's why I said at the start, I was like, that was only going to last 45, 50 minutes. Valentini went off at half time, Skelton after 45. They weren't ahead enough. Like, it wasn't enough of a buffer. And actually, Lions are too good, and their bench, with Jens on the bench, Owen on the bench, all of the bench. I mean, Jack Maul came on with that mega clean, a monster clean to get the game done. Look, they're just too good. Australia huffed and puffed, and I thought they were very good. Don't get me wrong. Like, what a spectacle that was, by the way. This stadium is like literally a joke. I was like, I had like goosebumps when they were running out. I was like, this is unbelievable.
We nearly missed it because he got us posh tickets apparently, and we nearly missed it.
Well, I said it's the Dozzer, so I mean, Paul or Joe's. I mean, look, I'd rather have been down here with you boys, but yeah.
So, quickly turn to next week, so we speed this all up because I want to get on the biz as quickly as we possibly can. Next week, what's going to happen?
Sorry, for the third test match rather than your Thursday match.
No, our Thursday. We're 10 points down. We're doing an aggregate win. That's what we're going for.
Is that what we're
Sorry,
Pop black.
No, we're going to do an aggregate win only. They're not doing it, but we are.
We picked them up on the way to fucking the game, right? So
they claimed you picked them up.
We picked them up on the way to the game. Next week we're going to say we'll pick them up on the way. We're going to not pick them up just to fuck up their routine.
Just get them in taxis.
Just get them in taxis and screw them over.
Yeah, that'll be the psychological battle one. Well done,
let's down this. Let's down this, Marc, because you're drunk. Next week.
No,
I think the Aussies win.
I think that we want a 3-0 win, right? Look, I mean, Big Faz, right? He's not going to go there and say, right, holiday boys, cheers. They're going to go out to win 3-0.
It's Sydney. It's Sydney.
Jackson,
it's Sydney.
Right. Big Faz, what is he actually doing? Is he?
Look at the cameras there. The cameras there.
Everybody.
You think this bloke works in TV before? Works for the BBC, but he's like.
Mate, he's a BBC legend.
Standing over here like this. the camera's right there. I know Max doesn't feel like a professional cameraman.
He looks like one.
He's got a bucket hat on, so I don't really know where to go with it.
Go on.
Andy Farrell, he's saying, give everybody a good go. Or is he just going to put the exact same team out and go, we'll fucking win?
All I'd say, I don't know what he's going to do, obviously, right? I'm not in there, but, to get a Lions Test cap is important. And you shouldn't give them away, like, cheaply, whether you're 2-0 up or not. And I think you want to go out and win 3-0. And then they're going to probably have a week like ours, I'd imagine.
So Jackson, do you think he'll, apart from the match, do you think he'll essentially go with whatever the best team is to win?
Look, I mean, there's a lot of
what is a classic third test in mind?
There's a lot of sore bodies in there, right? I mean, that's another thing that we don't know out here. I know Marrow is struggling today. The MCL, Tweep. Boys are sore. It's been a long, hard tour, so they're not going to, wheel everyone out again if they're not 100%. Of course they're not. But at the same time, they're going to want to win, and the Aussies aren't going to want to lose 3-0 in Sydney on the third test of this. So I think it'll be a good game. Not the game we maybe wanted at the start of the day.
So
we would have loved a 1-1, wouldn't we?
Nice to have two Wallaby supporters with us.
Yeah, I think a win next week will be a massive positive for the Wallabies. If they win next week, just one win for them against British and Irish Lions, some of the best in the game.
Yeah,
that'll be a big old win for them. They'll be happy with that. So. They were close tonight. I think they might push them.
I think they might do it. I mean, look, Skelts has come back in now after not playing too much recently.
Why not play Pete Salmon, by the way?
There's a load of boys there.
Yeah, but mate, he's played for Bordeaux. He's just won, he's won with the Champions Cup and stuff.
Champions Cup, Bordeaux, just fucking running it.
They've still got some boys to come in as well. They're going to throw everything at it next week to not lose 3-0. Let's be right. And I think the Lions will have a bloody good time now. They're going to have a good few days in the beers.
So do you think right now they go at City, fucking we did it.
Yeah.
And then at some point they're like, guys, we need to probably get back into it.
No, they'll be going, pretty full tong until
We're
probably
doing
Tuesday.
tonight. Electric, Circus 161. I mean, I don't know why I know all the names of the places.
Mate, where are those, mate? Sorry,
I
was in bed by 10 last night.
Hey.
Talk us through actually earlier on, because obviously you were part of the Lions Legends at the Lions Den.
Lions
Den. You had
Den.
to go and watch some of your friends going up on stage and just shaming themselves in a way that they were not paid enough for.
Mate, all I'd say is that Jamie George has a voice of an angel, and I didn't know about it. Stood up there, serenading everyone up there, but...
What did he sing?
He sung You Raised Me Up.
Oh, really?
Mate, it was really emotional, actually. I mean, I was actually in tears, I don't know why. I don't know why I was so emotional today.
I know why.
I'm so hungover.
Yeah.
I was so hungover, and all I wanted to do was cry.
Marc, we're talking about Lions Legends Tour. It's been good fun, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been cracking.
How good fun is it,
dear.
man? I've loved every minute of it, except for the morning of the game once I realised after going on the pitch for 5 days that we actually had to play rugby and the panic on everyone's faces.
The first 5 minutes of that game, I was like, please, just, get going a little bit. And then after 5 minutes, I was like, this is actually quite good. Yeah. I quite enjoyed it.
Talk us through, let's go through, because some of our gang might not have watched or heard.
Why not?
How it went.
It was everywhere.
But things happened. Poor old Mike Ross, torn Achilles, how long in?
Poor bugger. 10 minutes. Andy Powell, actually, first contact. I mean, he was frothing at the mouth to play this game. First contact, dislocated shoulder.
What did you say to him?
But the funniest thing was he went, it's my fucking calf. My calf's gone, boy. My calf's
Yeah, he
gone.
did say that, yeah.
And I said, Bally, just fucking man up. And then next minute, I went over after when I came off. I said, why have you got ice on your shoulder? He went, hey, pop my shoulder.
Pop my shoulder, mate.
Pop my shoulder, boy.
So I was gutted for him.
Yeah,
But Mikey Ross.
Yeah, Achilles off the bone. Paul Doran Jones tore his calf in the warm-up. You're looking around going, I do not want to be here. Maybe I shouldn't be here anymore. But genuinely, once we got into it,
It was
Drew Mitchell, obviously, that was one of the...
Next week, though, I'm fucking going after the Cats.
But I'll tell you what, I think we might have it next week.
So how do you feel? Sorry, Jax, you've never played with Ryan, I assume.
No, I played against.
Have you played against him?
I played against Ryan. Most of the lads up there, really, I played against. For over the years at some stage, and to share time having beers and just laugh. I've honestly not laughed like I've laughed this week in a long, long time.
I know exactly the questions you're going to ask next.
I've laughed at him, not with him.
He wants to know how much you hated me.
Yeah, of course.
I can see you.
Like, perception. Yeah, he's bloody annoying. But actually, he's alright.
Okay, because that is the thing, right?
See, I have this influence on people.
Who do we have? Ben Earl was on, right? And it was like,
it's gold.
It's that.
Ben said they used to put him in a bib and say you were Ron Wilson, and then people used to go around and smash him, and he had to be a nose at the breakdown.
Honestly, you learn. You're just spending time on the way out here, in Malaysia, sitting there for 5 hours, just drinking pints. You just, Shane
We're all
Byrne,
the same.
he's my leader. I'd follow him into Mordor. I'd follow him into Mordor, mate. Wherever he wants to go, I'll follow him.
Dark places.
I'll go anywhere.
And we'll blame it all on him at the end as well.
Yeah. It's his fault. His fault.
On to Sydney next week. We are going to dust them up. They want to watch out. They won't have Tangeli Naivoru next week.
They're not?
No.
Is he not there?
No.
What, is he playing for the Wallabies, is he?
No.
Bloody hell, he was good. 3 cheers for Naivoru, mate. Bloody hell, mate. He was unbelievable.
He is not available next week.
I did feel for the wingers. I was like, that is brutal. Our wingers are not played in a long time. This lad's playing club rugby every week. He looks better than he was at Saints.
He was pretty special.
You put him out there, genuinely, you put him out there today, mate, for 5 minutes, he does damage.
Next week is going to be a big one. Make sure they tune in. I'm not even joking. I'm deadly serious. I've even said it to the boys. After Monday, Tuesday, I'm not going to drink.
Yeah, we're going to
I've
try.
got Wednesday. I'm going to start the piss on Wednesday, the day before.
Yeah, same. No,
we're going to have one day of
We're going to watch some video. We're going to do some video review.
Yeah.
We're going to prep. Because I want to win.
We're going to do it. We've got 10 points to make up.
10 points and we get the series win.
Anything else, Ross? Anything else?
No, he needs to go for a drink.
No, that's what I'm thinking. I was like, stop talking.
He's like, where is the nearest place I could go to get a beer?
Well, are you finishing off? Oh, Max, we forgot about our Max at home. Will we plug him in somewhere?
Oh, big Maxi. What a boy.
So that was some of our wonderful witterings and ramblings at Melbourne Cricket Grounds. An absolute cathedral of a stadium though, Ryan, right?
I genuinely, easily, and I've said it plenty of times, I don't know what's been put in there. I'll be honest. I was quite drunk. We ended up using Max, the new videographer that's helping us out, that was out here, as a runner for beers rather than filming, which I don't think was a great idea, Marc. But he was really efficient. You can only buy 4 beers at a time, so he was quick. He was, really on time with bringing beers back, and he was bringing back Max such an array. Canadian Club. Who knew? I love Canadian Club. You ever had it?
Is that the ginger beer with the whiskey?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's ginger beer. There's a cola one. I've been drinking them out on the golf course today. Honestly, it's my new favourite drink.
Yeah,
Canadian Club. If you're out there,
they're a go-to in New Zealand as well. Yeah.
Oh my God! But we must have tanned so many of them. So I dread to think what ramblings have just been happening. And we'll have to watch it back. I probably won't. But MCG, easily the best stadium I've ever been to in my life. Convenience. It just, incredible. I know it was really far away from the pitch, but genuinely, like the light show, everything before it, up there with the best stadium I've ever been to. Incredible.
Absolutely nailed it. Max, let's get your thoughts. Firstly, the big one, and there's the one that continues to generate headlines. Was it a penalty? Carlo Tizzano being cleared out by Jack Morgan whilst every Welshman in the world is holding his breath, hoping that they didn't just drop the series.
Nah, when you're Jackling, that's a good clean. Where's he going? He can't do the limbo. That's a legal clean, 100%. If you want to go into the fire as a Jackler, that's what's going to happen. If we start scrutinising collisions like that, every single pick and go towards the line would be an illegal contact. It's just not. Yeah, that's completely legal. All as well.
Agreed. So everybody agreeing that side.
I think most everyone that I've seen, anyone on social media, everyone on Twitter, everyone like commenting, let us know what you think in the comments below, because I can't think of anyone that would think differently. I'm here with what we called the British and Irish classics or the legends. I've forgotten, but
not the legends.
Not one of them. Not one of them disagree with it. Like everyone's on the same page. So let us know in the comments if you do disagree, because no chance whatsoever. Jackson said exactly the same, didn't he, after the game, and we saw it plenty of times in the stadium. So the only thing we did say, Max, was we did give PRD an opportunity to make Sydney a little bit more interesting. It would have just made it that little bit more interesting. He had the opportunity there to just say, okay, penalty, we'll pull it back, and then we would have had so much more fun this week. But no, 2-0, series is over. I might as well just not go to the game.
Oh man, I was gutted though. I really wanted the dub. I wanted Wallabies to get the dub just for the jeopardy, and I thought how they started was brilliant. It was cool that Valentini was still that guy. Sideshow Bob Valentini, absolutely murdering blokes in the contact. It was horrific. He was precisely what Australia needed, and then Will Skelton brought the aura, the Hulk smash aura, just falling all over blokes, just front football all day, getting into it early doors with the argy bargy all amongst it. It was glorious. It had the real feels of a proper test match. There was some sincere theatricality and edge.
Throw Pete Samu into the mix as well. Like we said it. We said last week. We said, why are these boys not playing? Played the first test, it would have been closer. They would have won it. It's just you just feel like they threw it away in some of the decisions they made. And you're bang on, Max. Like Valentini, Will Skelton, the two that were brought in, outstanding.
Incredible,
mate, we were sat in front of the Lions bench and the Aussie bench, Max. So me and Marc were literally, they were just there. And yes, I know, very weird that I'm in the bookies at the moment. I'm not. I'm at a golf club. Just finished a round of golf, but they've got bookies everywhere, Max. Everywhere's just you can gamble wherever you want.
Pokies, mate.
Pokies, mate. The pokies are over there. But we were just sat there in touching distance, and I was having to hold myself back. Like Marc was like, "What are you doing? Stop celebrating," because I wanted the Wallabies to win.
But imagine this, Max. Imagine this scenario. I'm sat next to Ryan. Ryan is directly in front. So he says the bench. He means those who weren't picked. So he's directly in front of some of his best mates. Sione's behind him. You got Henry Pollock, Marcus Smith, Finn Smith right there, Mac Hans. And yet every time Australia do anything, he is, oh, come on. And I'm like, I do not want you to putrefy me with your poison as though they might think that I am doing exactly the same and supporting.
I'm just a huge advocate for the game. I just wanted the game to win. I wanted the game of rugby to survive, and I wanted this week to be even more special, and it's not. It's just been ruined. So there are a couple options. Australia could have done it at one point by playing the players that we said. Get Pete Samu. Yeah, Taniela Tupou maybe not in form, but put him in a test match and see what he does. I bet you he'd turn up. And then those two boys that we mentioned there. Piardi had the opportunity as well, but no, old Keenan. Had to ruin the day, but it was. Do you know what? What a test match! What a game! Like it was.
Great game.
It was a spectacle. It was such a good game, and I actually think there's a little bit of pride there for the Aussies and the way they played, and they pulled themselves back to getting so close. So, yeah, it was. It wasn't just a blowover after all.
No, and it could be that moment. I mentioned it last week. Remember where the Lions lost valiantly against South Africa in 2009. having lost the first test, and everyone's like, well, Lions is like it's a dead brand now because we just get pumped, having been whitewashed in New Zealand the tour before. But putting in that performance, I just wonder whether this will be something, your part Australia, Max, was there an element of, obviously you were gutted, but like pride and like, we're not dead. We're not just now a sort of tier 2 nation.
No, there's nothing. I don't think it's like that. It's still sort of in its infancy of a revival, but I think it can be done. I think with some selection like bits, that those games could have been quite different. Like as you said, Pete Samu, Sean McMahon's in Japan, a few Japan boys out there, it would have made like a serious impact on a game like this. But it is what it is. It's just the sort of the bureaucracy of international code can be a bit strange.
So looking forward, boys, to that third test now. Let's start with the Lions thinking. Are there any changes? Is there any sentimentality from Farrell as he attempts to become the first sort of coach of a 3-0 whitewash since 1927?
I think if he changes anything, it would be like, I think just the starting lineup, like 3 or 4 players. I don't think it would be like any drastic.
But for what reason? But for what? Why change things?
It'll be sort of like what he did from the first to second test, is what I mean. Like injuries, etc. I think he plays his best team, 100%.
He's still playing. What is it?
Yeah. I think he plays his best team. That's what
he's not just handing out test caps, handing out opportunities. Because we don't want to see that, do we?
No, I don't think he'll do that, right? I think he's too on it, that bloke, 100%.
I hope so. Mate, I'm with you. I hope so. Like I'm one person that's completely against that. I think you should. Yeah, I'm hoping that he sticks to his guns, plays the players that he thinks is going to win the game. But I think there'll still be some big surprises in there. Also, who's kicked the arse out of the piss, because the boys sent it. I know for a certain fact that they sent it after the game, and maybe on the Monday as well. And there was chat of them doing it on the Tuesday, but they've eased back. But fair play to them. They've done the job. They've dusted them off. They got the 2-0. It's funny, actually, me and Barks have just played scrum to scratch, Scotland versus Wales. We play against Lee Halfpenny and Reece Priestland out there, and I was chatting to
Wales.
Yeah, I was chatting to Pence. I was chatting to Pence about, like, when he was here, 2013. They went into that last test 1-1, and I said to him, come on, you must have been sat there in the stadium just thinking you wanted to keep it interesting coming into the last one. And he was like, no. And I was like, bullshit, whatever. I think everyone was thinking it. It was actually quite funny because there was a few of my mates that I know were at the game, Lions fans, and they said the way that some of the other Lions fans were acting, like in the stadium, as if like, yeah, we're going to do it, made him then want Australia to start winning. There were nearly a couple of dust-ups in front of us, weren't there, Mark?
Yeah,
remember that bloke going mental to the other guy, and they were just
mental. 2 guys about to fight, and you're there going, ooh. Then I'm like, get the camera up. Like, let's get the camera up, and then sort of shouting, fight, just so we could.
Mark shouted nut face him, Max. I heard it. I actually heard it. Nut face him.
Nut face him.
We missed you though, Max.
Yeah, we really did actually, Max. We were with a lot of the boys that were there from the Lions legends who were wondering where you were and hoping you were coming out at some point. But just a final one on that. I just want to get your thoughts before a big match that you've had, and there's not a huge amount you can do in terms of training or another game in between. What are you doing are you catching the coach's eye somehow with like begging in your eyes, right? So the guys, all they can do now is every time they come across Farrell, and then it'll be like at least make it a bit awkward so you feel a bit shit when you don't pick me. Like, what have you been in a situation where like, please pick me, please?
Only certain individuals are like that. I've only seen certain players do that. Otherwise, no, they behave fairly normally.
I've heard there's a brown noser in the camp at the moment.
There's some reconnaissances going out there that I know about. But yeah, there's only certain guys will play the game like they understand that it's a game of, there's some politicking involved that can help meet their ends. You know what I mean? But I don't think it changes the behaviour of most of those guys. 100%. Yeah.
Is there someone that you could think of that was really good at somehow managing to change the coach towards how you're starting, but you didn't really was that what you were good at, Wilson?
Probably me. Yeah, I managed. Like I don't ever see myself as a very skillful player, but just manage to get myself in there. Probably by talking shit a lot of the time.
If I was quite impressed. Actually, by the way, Max, Ryan still sort of got it. Like and that's not coming from my completely.
I was going to ask. I didn't want to make the show about me. I didn't want to make it about the classics, but I'm sure that we are going to talk about it. Or maybe the game that we had. Like we touched on it with Jacko. Max. I was worried. I was nervous. I've never actually been. I was so nervous because 5 days on the piss, maybe 6, and sending it till 6 a.m. on the piss as well. Melbourne has an issue. It can't shut its bars at 3. It opens till 8. Who needs to go out till 8 a.m. in the morning? Nobody. But if it's there and it's being offered, you do it, don't you?
Indeed. When the inhibition's low at that hour, you'll stick around.
So 5 or 6 days of that, then into a game of rugby that you're not sure how it's going to go. I absolutely loved it. I loved it. It was brilliant, and it's made me even more hungry this week for this game on Thursday. I cannot wait. I am sending it. I've even eased off the piss a bit because I am so desperate to just go all in. I'm going to throw myself about because I have no care for my body again. It's just like riding a bike. I don't know why I was worried. We've lost Marc. We don't need Marc. But Max, genuinely, it was so good. Even to the point where afterwards I came off and I said, get me on the plane to Narbonne. Let's go down there and see if we can do some work.
Mate, how good?
I was blowing out of my arse. See, kick chase. There wasn't much kick chase. We just tried to play everything. Yeah. But, oh my goodness. Some boys have still got it. But you've got a back row of me, Jackson Wray, Dave Ewers.
Yeah, well, doing most of the work, I'd imagine. Yeah,
exactly. Lending it off to them, letting them do the bits. But this weekend is going to be pretty funny. James Smith, the YouTuber fitness guy. He's now playing. We've roped him in. I've managed to get him involved to sell some more tickets.
You've got James Smith involved. That's brilliant. Oh.
How good? How good is that going to be?
Throw you in a Kimura. Yeah.
But I tell you what. I'll tell you who still definitely has it. Tangeli Naivora. Oh my God, that bloke.
I heard he's still the same. Yeah, that sounds terrifying. You don't need that. You haven't played rugby for a while. Turn up to Australia. Kelly's still just the guy. He's still the man.
Cooper Vuna looks like he's eaten Cooper Vuna 3 times over.
Yeah,
but could still shift.
Yeah, you can move, can't he?
Like the swatting boys off, like the Tongan swat, just like pushing boys and throwing them around with one hand. It was so, what a man as well. What a legend.
Mate, legend of a bloke. I played with him at Bath. Some guy. And incredible footwork. Incredible feet for such a big
those
fella.
feet, the feet are still there. But I'm telling you, he's double sized. Henry Spate's still kicking it about. But there's chat of Stephen Larkin playing this week. The one thing you've got to go and say how fantastic. Everyone said it to me that watched it. How good was the commentary? For anyone that is listening now or watching now, let us know what you thought of the commentary. But Curtly Bill and James Haskell, saying whatever they wanted, which is the way I think.
No, you can't should be done like that because that's fun. It's refreshing, but then. If you had that every test match, it could kind of devolve into sort of TikTok.
Okay, I'm with you. But like for example, Sean Lamont's running out and James Astor saying, "I've heard he's hung like a horse." My kids are watching this at home. Mum, what does that mean?
I need to watch this, man. I'm watching.
You need to go back. What was another one that Curtly Bill's saying, I wonder how long till Drew Mitchell pulls up with a hammy. Literally 30 seconds later, he's done both hammies and they are crying with laughter. They're both laughing their heads off. They can't talk. They're cracking up.
Yeah. Quick prediction for the third test, guys, before we finish out.
Whoa. Hold on a minute. Like, remember what I've just said. The third test is irrelevant. The only test that anyone cares about in Sydney now is the classics and legends. Like, we're the only ones who can do it. We can do it on aggregate.
Well, I'll give you. It'll be like a 2-point win to Australia.
What about in Ryan's team?
We're a 10-point deficit at the moment, Max. We've got 10 points to make up, so we're going to have to do it.
And Naimura is not playing.
No, he is. No, he's back. He texted me today saying, Davina, I'll see you in Sydney. And I was like, oh, good. Thanks very much. That's great.
That's done. That was.
Ryan's 76th minute try to just get them over the line, get the draw the aggregate, so that then the third test, it's all to play for.
No, yeah, there's no third test, but we can leave it to another time. Thank the Lord, only two tests. I need to go
that makes sense. You can't have that. You can't. Okay. 76th minute try. Ryan wins it. 2 points over the aggregate.
How good. How proud would all of us, the All or Nothing family, and all of you that love to listen and watch. We had a lot of people coming up to us in Melbourne. Thank you. Can't remember most of your names because most of the time we were half cut, but thank you for saying that you listen in. A couple of people coming back to the hotel just as I was literally piling into a taxi to try and make my flight. And there's just three Scottish lads are like, oh, huge fans of the show. Is Ryan a nice guy? I went, Max is. So, do you know what I mean? It works. It kind of works both. It works both well. Max, quick one on your recovery. You're okay? You're going all right?
Yeah, it's getting there. But I need to go to rehab right now as we speak, Mark. So it's been a bloody pleasure. Ryan, you look like you've aged a century. But I'm sure it was all worth it. I'm sure it was all worth it.
I don't think it was. But, mate, I tell you what, once I get... We've got a big night tonight. It's Tuesday. We've got a big night Wednesday as well. I'm singing karaoke on Wednesday night, the night before the game. Thursday, I'm going to stay off the beers. We've got lunch before the game where we're meant to be having beers. I can't understand. But then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to send it, and then I'm off the booze forever and ever until Joe Mack's wedding.
A week later, you just gave a 3-hour window where you weren't drinking. Right, let's leave Max to go. But good job.
Goodbye, lads. Catch you.
Thanks, Ryan.
Good hunting.
Ryan, are you going to survive, mate?
Oh, I don't know if I will. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit better. I went down to Joe Mack's last night. Northern Beaches, beautiful. Went for a little swim this morning. But I can see the boys across the bar now. They've all had a few beers on the golf course, as have I. A couple Canadian clubs deep. And now we have a lunch here, or dinner. I don't even know what time it is anymore. I don't know what day of the week it is. It's been tough. But we stick in there. I'm fighting. I'm fighting for the team. But I'm taking Thursday a lot more seriously. I'm going to probably ease up a little bit. I'm not doing
ease up, mate. You can be so good. But look, everybody else, tune in. Let us know your thoughts. Comments as always. Like and subscribe. We love you all.
Oh, that's all from me. Farewell,
Survive,
people.
Come home, detox. We love you lots. And thank you all for listening. We'll see you all next week.
You saying to Jackson,
Look at the camera.
fucking stop telling me how to present. 17-year broadcasting career, and that's what I'm left with.
Oh, well, I've just been spat on for the last 20 minutes.
This interview was actually an hour, and there might only be 5 minutes left. That says it all.
More or nothing.
We'll swing around just so you can see the videographer. Look at this.
Where's his chicken? There's his chicken. That was someone's chicken they left behind. Look at that, delicious. Oh.
There it is.